Yes, finally, a bass. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm testing the Seasir Prospec C2000S. I have it paired with the Kingdom Micro Expert. I already fished with this reel. I already caught bass on this lake with this reel, and I have nothing to say of it other than good things. Line lay is good, line coming out of the reel is also quite good, especially with this rod. I can cast this 2-gram presentation that I have in here very far. Drag, it's actually quite good, very progressive. The feeling on the hand, it feels very smooth. I think it's an upgrade on the, if we are talking about Seasir, it's an upgrade on the stream. So if you want a little bit bigger, that can handle with bigger fish but without losing anything on the weight department, size department, this is just a little bit bigger. Man, it's quite good, and it actually looks quite nice. Even though I have a weird color combo in here, I had this with the outrange, but I needed to test a Micro Expert and this reel was on hand. So I'm trying to catch bass. So I saw that there was a couple of bass in here, but now I'm just not seeing them anymore. Also, I'm using a very small presentation, the one that I usually use for chub, and I've been fishing for a bit, already caught bass. I'm having a little bit of a problem with the hook set because I'm lifting the fish. They are a bit more aggressive and harder mounted than the chub, so there's that. And even if I try to set the hook harder, the hook will just spring, do a spring effect, and will crap out on me. And also the presentation, since it's TPE, will be always sliding. So my advice would be to, if you can, just put a little bit of super glue in here, because this presentation is great. I caught a 35 centimeter chunky bass the other day on this combo, so cannot really complain. I also caught sunfish and caught a scalo, so quite good stuff. Oh yeah, another one. Whoop. As I said, drag pretty good. Let's try to not let this guy fall. So you see, pretty nice bass, but oh, just a little bit. So let's try to measure this guy. Probably the same stuff, so 24. They are always around the same size over here. Let it go back on the water and continue with fishing. So if you want to see this reel also in action, if you want to see this reel catch more bass, you can see the Micro Expert review, because I also use it there. But now I will just talk about this reel. Man, as you can see, line now it's a little bit sunken in because of the drag being pulled, but line just come out so easy from this reel. It's quite good. It's very smooth. You don't feel any mechanical slack, at least on mine, and line just come out so easy. You see, it's just a little bit sunken in from the drag, because this is 0.4p braid, but just feels so nice. As I said, please put a little bit of super glue on this tanta and the hook it's starting to get deformed, so I think I'll swap presentation, or at least the hook. You see, effortless cast. Very, very good.
Também dá aqui peixe.
Mas são todos muito pequeninos.
Ah, isso é uma chigã.
É.
Isso é uma chigã. Olha. É uma chigãzinha. Eu até pensei que isto fosse privado, não é? Não é privado.
Não, não, é público. É público. A única pessoa que eu vi aqui a pescar foi o miudito. Mas é bom para eles estarem entretidos. Enquanto estão aqui à pesca, não estão a fazer outras coisas. Encounter a fellow fisherman that it's from the exact place where I came from in Portugal. So it's from Ribatejo. So it was actually a person that lives very near where I lived when I lived in the more south center part of Portugal. And now it started to rain again, a little bit more heavy, and I don't think there's any more bass in here, so I will move on. Very, very, very bad conditions for me, not for fishing. Fishing actually looks decent. I think I've caught already a bunch of bass today because I was doing... Oh! This is not usual. I had a bite in the offshore. More to the middle of the lake. That's an unusual stuff. Maybe sunfish on the deep, I don't know. I also caught a bass. I just caught the last part on video because I was talking with a gentleman over there, and it jumped out of the water, but I don't think I caught that on video. So unfortunately, because it came like 20-30 centimeters off the water. So let's try to... Man, I just finished put the bait So let's do a big cast. You see, maybe the bass that are deeper are bigger, I don't know, but I'm not feeling anything right now. Let's give it a cast more on that direction. Yeah, that's where I had a bite, because if they are still relating to something, maybe there's something in there yet to be found. It's very annoying with this presentation. Yeah, committing to a slow retrieve, because as you can see, my presentation is just out of whack. Let's try. Bite, yes! Quite trashy. 24. So again, around the same size as the usual ones. Back on the water. Nice. Pretty cool. Let's try another cast over there. Let's see if I can catch another one. The last one for today. But man, the reel has such a nice progression on the drag. And you don't have that initial bite that always it's a bad thing, because you have like, it will break your line, and or you will set the hook and then the drag, it will just start to be looser and looser and looser after that initial grab on the drag. Yeah, another one. Nope. So 25, nice. Back on the water. Let's move on a little bit. Quite nice. So I was able to catch the last one, and now I think I will just shoot the outro, because man, my legs are shredded from all this grass. See you guys in a bit. And we've reached the end of the session. So today I was fishing with a Seasir Prospec C2000S. This reel is great, very compact, under 40 euros. This is a banger. Very progressive drag. You don't have the initial bite on the drag, which is quite good. Dealt with bass on the lake, bass on the river. Drag is very adjustable. I can even adjust it to fish for smaller fish like sunfish. Sorry by the wind noise, but I cannot really do anything about it. I just recorded this outro like 5 times before, and it's always very windy. I will try to edit it on post so you can clearly hear me. And man, I quite like it. So if you don't want to fork the money for a Tagman, I think what you pay for this, if you grab the coupons and you get it like at $36 or euros, and you can put a coupon on top of that, it would come almost half the price of the Tagman, which would be my recommendation for 50 euros. This is quite a nifty substitute for it. If you want to save some more for a better rod, something like it, I would advise you to save for a better rod. This is a good recommendation. Seasir Prospec, pretty good. I would say that this reel, it's like 100% better than the Seasir Stream, and the Seasir Stream is already quite good. And with that said, and the wind picking up, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!